Hi, welcome back to Herbal Bunny's Pharmacy. Today we're going to talk about the connection between our nervous system and our gut. Our gut and our nervous system are constantly talking to each other. Every emotion, every craving, every wave of anxiety is all connected from our vagus nerve to our gut microbiome. Today we're going to dive deep into the vagus nerve stimulation and this other trend that's called Fibermaxxing. Our vagus nerve is our superhighway that connects from our brain down to our heart, to our lungs, and to our gut. And when it's healthy, you feel calm, grounded, and relaxed. However, when it's overactive, you feel like you're in constant fight or flight. You can have symptoms of anxiety, depression, poor digestion, poor mood, poor sleep quality, and you can also have inflammation. What's really exciting is that scientists have been able to find ways to stimulate the vagus nerve, and this changes the way that we approach our stress, our mood, and our inflammation. All right, let's talk about some techniques to help stimulate the vagus nerve. Slow, deep breaths. You breathe in, hold for 4 seconds, and long blow out for 8 seconds. And then you pause for about 4 seconds, and then breathe in, and you just keep repeating this cycle. Cold compresses or ice plunging. Not something I would look forward to doing, but it also helps to stimulate your vagus nerve to help calm you down. I used to have tachycardia, and what I would do is just get like a cold pack and put a towel around it and just put it right here on the sides of my neck, because this is where your vagus nerve goes up into your brain, and it helps to calm down your vagus nerve and your heart rate. Gargling, humming, or singing. So just or getting some water and gargling with the water will help to stimulate the vagus nerve and to help calm you down. Meditation or yoga. These are two things that I love doing. I love doing my meditation. I will hum or just kind of like do a little melody. Singing is really, really awesome. You know, we want to make sure you're not singing like some hard headbanging music, but just some nice easy melody, you know, Mary had a little lamb, whatever. But just doing meditation, doing yoga, doing some stretching will help to stimulate your vagus nerve. There's been some studies on some non-invasive vagus nerve stimulators that helps to relieve anxiety, depression, and gut issues. A few different devices, one that you can have on the outside and one on the inside. The one on the outside is a TAVNS, and it just helps you can use it yourself to help stimulate your vagus nerve. The ones that they actually implant into you is typically used for people with epilepsy. Now we're going to talk about how we can actually heal the vagus nerve and also heal your gut at the same time. And this trend is called Fibermaxxing. You may have heard of it. I recently have heard about it and I started studying it. I find it very, very fascinating. So what is Fibermaxxing? Basically, you're just taking a whole bunch of fiber in that's going to feed your gut microbiome, and it's also going to improve your digestion. Not only does it improve digestion, but it also helps with your mental health and improves inflammation. And we all know that a high fiber diet helps to feed our gut microbiome. This is the good bacteria that we need in our gut, and because we've all been eating processed foods or foods that are high in sugar, it kills off all of our good bacteria. Also, taking a lot of antibiotics in our lifetime kills off the good bacteria. So we need to start feeding the good bacteria that's already in our body, and that is through fiber. With Fibermaxxing, we'll start to see our inflammation go down, blood sugar controls, and weight loss. Our mood will start to change, we'll be happier, we'll be able to sleep more, we won't have all that restless anxiety, fight, or flight going on in our body. On the average, people eat about 1/2 of the amount of fiber that we actually need every day. So if we do Fibermaxxing, we're actually going to flip that, and we're going to be actually consuming probably about 50% more fiber each day than we typically would. Now, I'm not talking about the fiber that you mix up in the water and then you chug it down. No, we're talking about real good fiber that is going to feed the good bacteria in our gut. Things from beans, leafy greens, our carrots, our kale, everything that is a fruit or veggie. Now, I do recommend that you do this gradually, because if you just bombard your body with a whole bunch of fiber like that at one time, you're going to be running to the bathroom with the Hershey squirts. You want to make sure you're getting in a lot of good healthy fats from like chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds. You've heard me talk about all the types of seeds during seed cycling, everything in previous channels, so go back and take a look at those. You're going to want to make sure you're staying well hydrated. I talk a lot about hydration in other videos where we should be actually getting our hydration from, and not just by chugging water, because that can actually remove electrolytes from our body. So we want to make sure we are drinking things that have our electrolytes in it. So I highly recommend green juices if possible. And what's really fascinating is that the fiber from all the different colors of fruits and vegetables actually feeds specific gut bacteria. So we want to make sure we're eating the rainbow. So if we start to stimulate our vagus nerve through cold plunges, humming, or singing, meditation, and eating these high fiber diet, then we're going to create this nice loop that will eventually start to get our vagus nerve, our brain, our gut, our heart, our lungs, everything connected and running more efficiently. Once we get our gut-brain axis moving into the right direction, we're going to start feeling calmer inside. We're going to start sleeping better. We're going to have less inflammation. We're just going to have a beautiful glow. We are going to balance out our hormones. We're going to not have all the digestive upsets that we have. We just want to make sure that we are doing it slowly. We don't, like I said, we don't want to just bombard ourselves with a bunch of fiber at one time. So we do want to do it slowly, making sure we're staying hydrated and making sure we're taking time for ourselves. So what are some ways that you have been able to help stimulate your vagus nerve or to help calm yourself down? Was it through teas? Was it through yoga? Go ahead, leave a comment down below. We are interested in reading your testimony, and do share this video with somebody you feel needs a little bit calm in their life and may be constipated and needs to feed their gut microbiome with some good bacteria. Go ahead and send this video to them. And then subscribe to the channel, because I have a whole lot more education coming your way.